Episode 7. Jesus said, "Keep the Sabbath. Why don't you?" Jesus was not silent about the law. In fact, in Matthew 5:17-19, he gave a thundering declaration. "Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law." That includes the fourth commandment. In Luke 4:16, it was Jesus' custom to go to the synagogue on the Sabbath. Why? Because he came to magnify the law and make it honorable. Isaiah 42:21. He wasn't a Sabbath breaker, he was the Lord of the Sabbath. Mark chapter 2:28. And he proved it not by changing it, but by keeping it perfectly. He healed on the Sabbath, taught on the Sabbath, and rested in the tomb on the Sabbath. Never once did Jesus say, "From now on, worship me on Sunday." Not once. So how can someone call Jesus Lord while disregarding the very commandment he kept, taught, and honored? The claim that Jesus is our Sabbath doesn't give anyone permission to break the Sabbath. That's like saying, "Jesus is my righteousness, so I can now steal, lie, or kill." And here's the danger. Modern Christianity has created a false Christ who abolishes the very law he came to fulfill. That's not the Jesus of Scripture, that's the Jesus of convenience. If you say you love Jesus, then obey him. His words are eternal, his commandments are life, and his example is clear. 10. Confrontational questions. If Jesus is Lord of the Sabbath, why would he abolish what he reigns over? Why did Jesus make Sabbath-keeping his custom if it no longer mattered? Where did Jesus command Sunday worship? Why does Jesus warn that breaking the least commandment makes you least in the kingdom? Did Jesus ever say, "I am your Sabbath, so don't keep the day anymore"? Why did Jesus tell his disciples to pray their flight wouldn't happen on the Sabbath? Matthew 24:20. Why does Scripture say Jesus fulfilled the law by obedience, not cancellation? If Jesus honored the Sabbath in life and death, what gives modern pastors the right to change it? Can you truly follow Christ while disregarding the day he kept holy? If Jesus is your example, why don't you follow him in Sabbath observance? The modern church has no authority to rewrite what God wrote with his finger. Jesus never gave anyone permission to change the Sabbath. He didn't do it. The apostles didn't do it. The early church didn't do it. Rome did. You say you follow Jesus? Then follow him to the synagogue on Sabbath. Follow him to the tomb of rest. Follow him in obedience. If Jesus said, "Keep the commandments," and you say no, then who's really Lord in your life? You, tradition, or Christ? The Sabbath is not a burden, it's a blessing. And the one who gave it still says, "If ye love me, keep my commandments."